In order to live a long, successful life, what you need to do is to never quit and never stop running. And that's kind of my mantra. Never stop, keep going. I'm John Townsley. I'm 72 years old. I worked in publishing all my life in Manhattan and New York City. First of all, I moved to Houston. It was a choice. I say that to a lot of people and they laugh. I moved to the Inner Loop because I had done business here and I had found out that there was a quality of life here that I liked. I did some research and I found out that I could buy a house near Memorial Park so I could go run with and without my dog. It took 10 minutes to get downtown to the opera, 10 minutes to get to the symphony, 10 minutes to get to the Alley Theater. What could be better? Several years ago, I had a major illness and I was in the hospital for a month. As a result, I lost mobility, I lost balance, I lost muscle mass. When I came out of that experience, I realized that I needed to find a personal trainer that could really help me redevelop muscle mass, mobility, balance, and I'm happy to say that I found that in this particular gym, because one of the things that interests me about working out at this gym is that the workouts each time are completely different. And that appeals to me because that keeps me from being bored. I've noticed that in my upper body, I actually have some muscle mass. We do a lot of work with my thighs and my legs and my buttocks, what there is of it, and they're all stronger, eminently stronger, because Jeff makes sure that I step up the program every time I come. You know, I chose this gym very, very carefully. It's very important to choose the right trainer. I did a lot of research. I looked up on the web. I carefully researched what he had done, what he was like, and then I had an interview. So what do I enjoy the most? The ambiance. Quite frankly, this sounds trivial. It's not trivial to me. This is the cleanest gym I have ever been to in my life. It is immaculate every time I come. The thing that really impresses me is that there are state-of-the-art equipment. I mean, everything is top-notch. And for my purposes, everything seems to help in terms of keeping my body in some kind of decent shape at my age. Awesome. One of the most important things is, this sounds sort of like having a romance, but there has to be some kind of chemistry. The person you're going to work out with, the trainer, of course has to be knowledgeable, but you have to like him. He has to be likable, and he has to have a sense of humor. So I think those are the qualities to look for.
Okay, now John, I'm going to hand you a bar this time.
Good.
Instead of the dumbbells.
I want 100 pounds.
Coming right up.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was an article about a 106-year-old man who lives in Fort Worth, Texas, who's still running marathons. And he was interviewed by the New York Times. And of course, they asked the ultimate question, you know, how did you live so long, and how are you running a marathon at this point? And one of his responses was, well, in my category, in the marathons, I always win because there's nobody else in my age group. But then he went on to say, when they pressed him, and he said, well, this is what I think. In order to live a long, successful life, what you need to do is to never quit and never stop running. And that's kind of my mantra. Never stop, keep going.
Okay. Need some water? No? Need some beer?
Yeah.
Do you drink beer, John?
You don't. You know I don't.